This book, guys, honestly, just it scared the crap out of me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Hey guys, how are you? It's Zach from Zach Loves Books. It's good to see you again. Thanks for tuning in. Haven't been here for a while with the good old-fashioned book review since I've been doing other kinds of videos. So today I'm here to bring you one of my TBRs from like months ago I was supposed to do, and I never got to it, but I finished it. And I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I keep saying that I'm gonna read some feel-good fiction, something that's uplifting, I don't know, maybe romantic, something inspiring, but I keep reading the dark fiction, haunting stuff. So here we go with this. Like I said, this was one I was supposed to finish a long time ago. Just finished it about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So let's get right to it. It is A Good and Happy Child by Justin Evans. This book, guys, honestly, just it scared the crap out of me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like I said before, I'm gonna do 2 reviews for every book that I finish reading, and so I'll be doing like a short review, spoiler-free, hopefully as much as I can keep it spoiler-free as I ramble on, and then I'll do a more detailed review later on, like with complete spoilers, spoiling the whole thing in case you think you'll never read the book. So when I was a kid, my parents took us to the drive-in theater, and I don't know what we were watching. Whatever it was probably kid-friendly, but, you know, when you were in the car, you could flip around in the back, look out the back window and see what else was playing, and on one of those screens, my brother and I watched The Exorcist, without any noise, of course, because it was an old-fashioned drive-in theater. Oh, we could see the visuals, and that was enough to scar us for life. And I have The Exorcist by William Blatty, I think it is, somewhere here. I haven't read it because I've seen the movie a million times, and I like the movie. You know, it's one of my favorite movies. I think it's really well done. But once again, you know, it's the subject matter here that makes a lot of people uneasy, and I just want to let people know right up front that, you know, if you don't like scary stuff, if you don't like literature about demonic possession, which is what this is about, then don't watch this video, because this book scared the out of me right from the beginning. So that's just my disclaimer there. You know, if you don't like scary stuff, don't watch it. If you're intrigued and you're curious, then yeah, watch it. My brother-in-law, you know, he says that he doesn't watch the movies that mess with religion and demonic possession and like things like The Conjuring, and it just makes me laugh because he'll watch other stuff, but he's like, I'm not messing with that stuff. It's like the same with us when we were growing up, when you said you wouldn't mess with a Ouija board. Even myself, I messed with a Ouija board when I was a kid. It scared the out of me. They say it's unconscious finger movements, but I don't know. But once again, when I read this, it scared the out of me. After I finished reading this, I actually now, you know, I'm not a practicing Catholic, but that's where exorcism comes from the Catholic religion, I think. Don't quote me on that because I'm not an expert, but when I finish this, I want to go out and, like many South Americans, have, like, you know, a picture of Archangel Michael, the saint, above their door on the way in, protecting them from spirits and demons and whatnot. Their statues, pictures. When I finish this, I want to go out and buy one of those and put it above my door. I still do, because it just creeped me out throughout the entire time I was reading this. And also, I got to let you know that I was reading this sometimes at 1 a.m, or just by the glow light on my e-reader, nobody else around, you know, the wind howling outside, 2 a.m, you hear some weird noises, and you're reading these scenes that are just where somebody's going through an exorcism, and, you know, they're their body's being controlled by something else, and you're painting a picture in your mind. But I digress. Let's actually get into what the book is about, to see if you would like to read it. So as I said before on my TBR, I think, I don't know if that was back in April or something like that. This is about a guy who lives in, I think, New York, and him and his wife have a baby, and he can't hold this baby. And his wife doesn't understand why he's afraid to hold this baby. And then he starts going to therapy to try to save his marriage. And through the therapy, the therapist asks him to start writing down journals of his childhood. And through those journals, it brings back memories of what in the story appears to be demonic possession. And so this figure, which is like a kid who looks, I think, like him, but disheveled, starts appearing to him and starts telling him things he shouldn't know. And I mean, just from the get-go, when that happened in the book, it creeped me out. The way Justin Evans writes, and this is his first book, is like amazing. It's a beautifully written book. That alone was worth the read. You know, I mean, why else would you want to read subject matter that's so dark unless it's well written? But that alone was good enough for me to keep going. It made me want to keep going with each chapter to find out what was going to happen. But the basic premise of the book is that as he writes these journals, you read the journals about, you know, his father, who was some kind of scholar in this stuff. He knew all about demonic possession, in that I'm not sure if he was a demon fighter, and he had gone down to, I think, El Salvador to fight demons. He died down there. You find out later that he died of malaria. But there's people that tell little George Davies, who's 11 years old in the journals, that's his recollections he's having. They told him that that's not why some people said, some of his dad's friends said, that's not how your dad died. He died fighting demons. And then, you know, other people said, no, it's like he died of malaria. It's El Salvador, out in the jungle. So this kind of makes you question, you know, everything you believe. If you're religious, if you're not religious, whether you believe in spirits and demons and evil entities that can come into your body and take it over, to the point where if you started telling people that you thought you were possessed, or that you thought you had a demon, and you know, people would want to lock you away in an asylum. And that's what George Davies goes through as a kid. Those are the memories that he's had. And throughout it, he's going back and forth also with this therapist and therapists in the past, recalling these memories. It's a very haunting book. It's got a lot of scary scenes in it that remind you of The Exorcist. If you like The Exorcist, you'll like this book. Like I said, the writing is great. The pacing is great. You know, the chapters aren't too long or boring. They're exciting. Each chapter makes you want to read the next. The characters are well built, but, you know, in a book like this, who is really a likable character, except for you're kind of rooting for the kid that's trying to fight off these demons, you know, or this demon. I mean, the cover alone is great, and the inside pictures. You'll get an education in what demonic possession is according to the Catholic Church. You could tell the author did a lot of good research. It was very entertaining. And, but it scared the out of me. I know I keep saying that. But yeah, check it out. I'm not sure if you'll still be able to get this in the bookstores. It's kind of old now, I think. Let's see what year it may be. This is 2007, published in 2007. I don't know if you'll be able to get it. I actually have 2 copies. I found them in little libraries. I found a nice hardcover, which I think I might keep, and I have a soft cover somewhere. Would I read it again? No. If you're into this and you like something scary, read it. I think you'll like it, and let me know in the comments what you thought. All right? So that's it for today, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.